Hi everyone, welcome to Owen's Sports Talk with your host, Owen. And today we'll be covering the 6 MLB divisions, and I'll be ranking them. The first one we'll start off with is the AL East. Fifth, I think it's going to be the Boston Red Sox. Not to hurt all of you Maine people out there, but the Boston Red Sox weren't a great team last year. They lost Chris Sale. I don't think they're going to be that good. They weren't last year, so that's kind of the point. Plus, they lost Chris Sale, like I just said. Fourth, I think, is going to be the Rays. Last year, they did really good. They have a lot of young talent, including Shane McClanahan. But I believe they're going to get injured, and they're just going to do what the Rays do and trade off their people who, are young for prospects. Not the best strategy in my terms, but who knows? Third, I think it's going to be the Blue Jays. They picked up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. They have that great defense with Kevin Kiermaier, who they re-signed, Bo Bichette, and they have the cover athlete playing first, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., not to mention Kevin Gausman, who's great. Second, I think it's going to be the Baltimore Orioles. Unlike the Rays, they don't sell their young talent. They actually grow it up. For example, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson. Now, at this time, there has been some rumors that Jason Holiday, there it is not going to be called up. They want him to do some reps in the minors. But if they can call him up and combine him with their new free agent signing, Corbin Burns, plus that starting rotation, it'd be a great team. Of course, not enough to beat what I believe is going to be the first place Yankees. Yes, they did sell a lot of pitching prospects for Juan Soto, but I think Juan Soto is going to be great. This is just for this year. Garrett Cole is injured at this time. So is their third baseman, but can't talk. But I still think they're going to be a great team. And I'm, of course, wearing a Mexico jersey. Don't want to be biased on my first video and all. But I am an Astro fan, and they're facing us on opening day. I want us to smoke them, but it's looking a bit nervous. I'm worried. Yeah, so that concludes everything for the AL East. Let me just fix my workspace here. Boop, boop. Now, sorry, I'm looking down. I'm looking at the cards for the teams. Can't remember them all. So we have the Tigers, White Sox, Twins, Royals, and Cleveland Guardians. I think first, honestly, the Twins. Wait, should I start off with last? That's what I'm going to do. This is live. I can't really change it. It will be in video form, but if I make a mistake, sorry. Just got to work with me here. So I think the last place is going to be the White Sox. They traded Dylan Cease. They lost Tim Anderson to free agency. And they really, unless Luis Robert Jr. carries that entire club on his back, I say they're coming in last. Next, I think it's going to be the Detroit Tigers. They have Riley Green. They have Tariq Skubal. They have Spencer Torkelson. Those people, Spencer Torkelson's great. And so is Tariq Skubal. I might have said his name wrong. I said his name wrong. Who cares? But I believe some of them are going to do well. Some of them aren't. And 3 people can't carry that entire club. Let's be honest. They have no one else in their minor league. Yeah. Next, I think it's going to be the Cleveland Guardians. They have Jose Ramirez. And they have Traden McKenzie, Tanner Beebe. Never mind. That starting pitcher. And yeah, overall they could be a great team. Could also be horrible. They still have Stephen Kwan at the time of this recording. He's a big prospect, and I'm sure he's going to get traded. But there's also Masataka Yoshida. Wait, no, he's a Red Sox. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, overall this team should be really good. Now, second, I think it's going to be the Kansas City Royals. Now, they were really good. Well, they weren't really good. I think they're going to be good because they got Bobby Witt, that huge extension, and Bobby Witt's a great player. They also have Salvador Perez. They signed Hunter Renfroe in the offseason. They should be great. Now, first, I think the reigning champs is going to be the Twins. Yes, they did lose on Sonny Gray. Who cares? They're still going to dominate the division. You know why? Because this division overall sucks. Their second place is a team who last year went 52-100-ish. So, the Twins are a decent team in this division. I think they're going to win like they did last year and the year before, and then still choke in the offseason. Or not offseason, postseason. Next, let's cover the AL West. This division has a lot of great talent. The Angels did lose out on Shohei Ohtani. A little less talent. Last place, the A's. They have Zach Gelof. He's young. He's good. Tony Kemp, not good. Not very young. And they have no money. They're actually moving to Las Vegas in next season. So this is the last season of the Oakland A's, and I still think they're going to finish last in the division. Next, I think it's going to be the Angels. And that's Mike Trout and Zach Neto. Just go. We're going to take this team. Beep, 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 beep. Carried to the offseason. That hasn't happened. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani can even do it. Shohei Ohtani is a two-way player, great player, multi-time MVP in his 5-year career. Yeah, 5-year. He's going to be good, but he's not on the Angels anymore, so that's why they're going to finish 4th. Now the Mariners, signing Mitch Garver as their DH, should be really good. They have Luis Castillo, Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great team. They were trying to fight for the division last year when the Astros and the Rangers were both choking. But then they choked as well. The curse of the AL West. And yeah, maybe they might make it into the offseason. Remember, this is part 1. I'm going to make 3 videos about this season before the season starts, which it really has already started because of the Soul Series. But I'm going to make 3 videos. This is part 1. I'll be ranking the divisions, obviously. Part 2 will be me guessing the playoffs. And part 3 will be me guessing the awards as an MVP, Cy Young. Make sure go watch those videos. But next, I think it's going to be the Rangers. Dolis Garcia still takes steroids, but they did lose Mitch Garver. And that's probably why they almost got first. They actually tied for first. But since they lost Mitch Garver, and of course my prediction of first is going to be the Astros because they were left untouched. They actually got Josh Hader in the offseason, unlike the Rangers who lost Mitch Garver and Aroldis Chapman. So I really think the Astros are going to reign victorious again. I am an Astro fan. That could be biased, but the Rangers didn't really do anything this offseason. So that's why I think the Astros are going to be the first. Now moving on to the AL, we have the the NL East to be exact. Of course, last I think it's going to be the Nationals. They've always sucked. C.J. Abrams coming in from San Diego, making that trade for Juan Soto, who continued to get traded to the Yankees. But I do think they could be good. Not this season, maybe later if they make their trades and put their money where it's supposed to be. Next, I'm going to say the Marlins. Losing Sandy Alcantara to injuries. He wasn't even great last year. Basically what he did, he won the Cy Young, then he left. He was just like, I'm done for my career. Now I suck. Jazz Chisholm is a little overrated for me. Yes, he's young. Yes, he's good. I never really see an offensive explosion from him. And then Luis Arias, he's good. But them and Andy Perez, I don't really think they can do anything explosive. Andy Perez, if you don't know the name, he's 20 years old, and he's kind of a Cy Young candidate. I think, no spoilers, but he could be finalist for my Cy Youngs in a later video. Again, go watch that video. Next, Mets. They did choke last year. They lost Verlander. They also lost Max Scherzer. But still, the Mets, they have Lindor, they have Alonso, they have Nimmo, they have Cody. They could be good. They're certainly going to be better than the Marlins and the Nationals. But next, I think it's going to be the Phillies. Phillies did make it to the World Series a couple years ago, 22. But they do still have a good squad. Not good enough to beat my first place preferences, the Atlanta Braves. They won 100+ games last season. They have Ronald Acuna Jr., who just came off an MVP season. They have Matt Olson, who didn't lose a step from Freddie Freeman. They have Austin Riley, Sheen Murphy, however y'all pronounce it, Michael Harris II, Ozzie Albies, and all the names I just said are young. They're under 27 years old. Also, all the names I just said have a 5+ year contract, including Spencer Strider. Spencer Strider is insane. Well, last season. Season before, he was just like, eh. But I think they're going to be a really good team. I'm sure everyone else sees that. And then, yeah. Moving on to the NL Central. Give me a second to look. Okay, I think last place is honestly going to be the Reds. They have Ellie De La Cruz. They have Hunter Green. And they have a couple other prospects. But that's the thing. Their prospects are in the majors. So they don't have a farm system. And then, again, foreshadowing Julio Rodriguez. I think they're going to trade him away. But that was a long time. Not Julio Rodriguez. Guys, I'm sorry. His dad, Ken Griffey Jr., I think they're just going to trade him away again. They're just going to be like, hey, want money? There you go. Yeehaw. They're also in Ohio. That's probably why. Next, the Pirates. Pirates are really good. They have O'Neal Cruz, Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen is old, but they also have Mitch Keller and Paul Skeens. So, I'm not going to see explosion from these guys, but they have potential to be really good for years to come. Next is I think it's going to be the St. Louis Cardinals. They didn't do that much last season, but they still have Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, many more. And they added Sonny Gray. I think that 1 year is just going to be like a death year for them. I think they're going to be able to do more. Next, the Brewers. The Brewers did lose Corbin Burns. And, yeah. They have Freddie Peralta and Christian Yelich, getting kind of old. But I don't see big things from them. They have potential to be good. They still have Devin Williams, who's going to be out for the year, so I guess they don't have him. I'm starting to second think on my predictions. But first place, I'm guaranteeing the Cubs. The Cubs are supposed to be really good. They don't really acquire anyone new unless, I don't know. I have no clue. But they do still have Nico Horner and Seiya Suzuki. They signed back Cody Bellinger. Not Kobe Bryant. Cody Bellinger. Kobe Bellinger, I don't want to jinx it. He could be good. He could not. He might be. He probably will be. But lastly, but certainly not least, I have the NL West. Again, I think the West both have power punched for things. Fifth place, I'm going to go with the Colorado Rockies. Now, they do have a couple big prospects like Zach Veen and Ezekiel Tovar. Yeah, they have prospects. They did have the All-Star MVP. I don't see anything else from them, to be honest. They don't have that much money. Great ballpark, great jerseys. I love the purple. No, but they're not a great team. Whoops, did I drop a card? Okay, next, I think it's going to be the San Diego Padres. They lost out on Blake Snell. They traded away Juan Soto. I think they're starting a rebuild, trading away their good guys for prospects. In the future, I don't see them being that good, unless they do the rebuild. They still have Joe Musgrove, but yeah, I don't see anything else. In third place, I think it's going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks. They did win the 2023 NL pennant, but they got very lucky coming in the 6th seed and then being the underdogs in the wild card. Why is my mind going blank? NLDS and NLCS. And then they choked it in the World Series against the stupid Rangers. If you're a Ranger fan, click off this video. Still hit the like and subscribe button, but click off this video because no one likes you, stupid Ranger fan. And then next, San Francisco Giants. Yeah, they had an off-season explosion. I'm talking about huge guys, Matt Chapman, Blake Snell, and plus they still have their first baseman Wilmer Flores. They have the potential to be a great team. Their ballpark is not really a hitter's ballpark. They also have Logan Webb, which is probably why he's so good at pitching, because his ballpark is literally like boop. Yeah. And then in first place, I think it's going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't even have to explain. They got Shohei Ohtani. They have Mookie Betts. They're going to be good for the next 5 to 7 years. After that, I don't see where they can rebuild. They don't really have that many prospects. Don't know what that's about. Give me one sec. John! Sorry, that's my dog. Yeah. So that's it. Make sure to see part 2 and part 3 when they come out. And hit the like and subscribe button. Bye.